Walking the wire like I always did, drowning in the noise but keeping it well hid, wearing the face that the world needed to see. Barely a crack in the wall between them and me. The anger had its growl, not enough to break, just enough to remind me of everything at stake. Managed the chaos, kept it locked inside, called it strength while the self quietly died. One more denial, one more dagger thrown, one more reminder I was carrying this alone. The snap came quiet, years of pressure in a word. The pleas beneath the anger, never seen, never heard. Hope that heart would win, that she would turn around. Instead the door slammed shut and swallowed every sound. The walls held for a moment like they always felt so sure, but something cracked behind them that had never cracked before. The weight of the guilt, the blame hiding shame, innocence lost to the facade of the game. The abandoned self crying out in the dark, left forgotten to the anger that dimmed the soul spark. Yet underneath the wreckage, underneath the blame, underneath the silence, something still remained. Not the wound, not the war, not the borrowed name, just the light that was always burning before the weight of shame. The days dissolved into one another, no color, no thread of dawn. Every fragile thing I'd held on to quietly raveled and gone. The white noise cathedral of story rose up like scripture in the mind, drowning the last of whatever worth I had somehow left behind. Every finger pointed backwards through the years, resurrecting the pain. Every slight, every wound, every moment of disrespect, rising again. The ignorance, the separation, the silence where love should have lived, carved into the bone of a darkness that had nothing left to give. The fingers that had gripped so long finally lost their hold. The semblance of control I'd once surrendered to the cold. Not with a crash, not with a cry, just a quiet release. The exhausted hands that let it go, mistaking fall for peace. And down into the nothing where no story filled the air. No mask, no wall, no borrowed strength, just the void sitting there. The self I'd never met before, waiting in the deep. The one I'd spent a lifetime too afraid, too lost to keep. The weight of the guilt, the blame hiding shame, innocence lost to the facade of the game. The abandoned self crying out in the dark, left forgotten to the anger that dimmed the soul spark. Yet underneath the wreckage, underneath the blame, underneath the silence, something still remained. Not the wound, not the war, not the borrowed name, just the light that was always burning before the weight of shame. The plan came quietly, the way all true decisions do. No rage, nothing left to fear. Energy returns to energy, infinite and free. A tidy enough philosophy for a man like me, sat in silence of the night, making peace with what would be the calmest I have felt in years. Finally, finally free. And the guilt came, but not the kind I knew. Not the weight of worthlessness, this one cut clean and true. The selfishness of leaving, of that final closing door. Another guilty act to carry, but this one striking at the core. To go would be the kindness that released the end of pain, but the guilt of that same kindness rose and struck me down again. The most selfish, unselfish act I had ever thought to take. The first choice made for something rather than to just escape. Sat alone in the dark and empty screen, awaiting light. One last search, a page of names in the middle of the night. One name chosen, don't know why, just a finger and a breath. The hardest words I'd ever formed, rising up from what felt like death. So many times I'd scream for help into the deaf and hollow air, but this time just a shaking voice asking, is there anyone there? Can you help me please? Just can you help me please? And the answer, when it came back, yes. Yes. Yes.